He wasn't telling me, he was telling you. That's what happened. And welcome to SGL. Whew. Ooh, welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. Let's go ahead and see what messages. I'm gonna pull some allegedly from my alleged deck and see what messages come out. Let's go ahead and get started. Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition as an intuitive reader. Allow this reading to bring clarity, confirmation, and understanding for the viewer. Thank you. Our Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, welcome. My water signs, Libra, water signs. Libra must be in this reading. I know the last reading that we did, Libra was in the reading. I took a nap, didn't even realize I took a nap, but yeah. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, welcome. Fire signs, Libra, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and Aries. And then my air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Let's go ahead and see what messages come out for you. All right. What messages do you have for my collective Earth, Air, Fire, and Water signs? There's something about there's something about trust and isolating is here and inverted. There's something about your story, and you can change your story. You can change your story. Immediately when I said you can change your story is immediately when I heard at any time. Changing your story is a choice. I'm going to take this trust and isolating. That's inverted. So someone is not isolating. Someone is not in isolation. We have 80-20 here. This is not about a relationship, viewer. This has to do with you putting in 80% and allowing everything else to do the 20. Trust. Trusting that, this is about devotion as well. Hold on. It's something about your story and you making the choice. And there's devotion here. And then there's something here about you giving 80 and allowing everything else to be the 20. This is not a romantic or lovers or this is not that reading. This reading is about you. It's also about what you put in is what you'll get back. For those of you who've been I'm going to share this with you. I know I don't have to, and I know probably some of you are like, how come you're so personal? It's because I'm comfortable with sharing with you my personal business is because I don't have anything to hide. I know myself, and I'm open to growing and modifying myself. And so, with that being said, in order for me to be able to grow the way that I want to, I must share. You do not have to accept what I'm about to share. If you do have no concern about my journey as I show up and I show up and do the works of my gifts, you're not obligated to. But you have to keep in mind when you're ready to tell your story that you're going to have people who also are going to make the choices not to be interested in the works of your gifts and pertaining to um, how you thrive and the flaws about you, or the things that we don't talk about. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you that I normally don't talk about with people, I keep it to myself, and I keep it in a safe space of remembrance. It reminds me of where I've come from, my growth, um, especially when it's a defensive mechanism of my box of defense. Okay, um, you have to. Okay, and pertaining to what it is that I want to share with you is I am in a space of standing still, being still, not at a crossroad, but being in a standstill where it's kind of where I'm able to recruit, reground myself if I choose. I'm I'm not in public. I'm not practicing socialism of how the world perceives it. I show up in the works of my gifts, and I use that in the sense of socialism, right? To be a blessing to others, because I know that I'm going to get. I trust that 20% is going to do its works as I do the 80. But in pertaining to those of you who are in a standstill, don't allow anyone to make you feel like you're procrastinating. You'll know what I'm talking about when God tells you just be still. When God and you're not doing what you don't move, you don't operate to blend in. I've never been a blender. I've never um, been a person where I could camouflage myself. I'm a natural humanitarian. I don't have to pretend. And so sometimes I have to go into my defense mechanism box, this experiences that I've had to experience as years pass by of those who pass judgment. Because I will say in the beginning stages, I want to say around from uh from 18 to 25 years of age, when people would try to tell me about myself because I didn't know who I was. So then I was easily triggered. When you don't know who you are easily triggered when someone tries to tell you about you. Okay. So at the age of 26 is when I vowed to be comfortable in my own skin. Okay. I'm talking about the flaws of the world. When I finally accepted my flaws and said, this is who I am, and whatever needs to change will change. But I understood that the 80/20 was my works. Okay. And with the isolating that's inverted, I literally had to isolate myself. This is saying someone is not isolating themselves because someone is saying, I trust the process, this devotion. And what I'm telling you, your devotion is different from my devotion. So you have to be very strong willed. When people tell you about you, right? And you know it's not true. Time will tell. Sometimes we are positioned to be in people's lives so that we are their lesson, so that they're able to see themselves. because they may not handle who you truly are. So sometimes we operate as the lesson and become the person we become the projection of the person that tries to project on us the falseness, so that they could see themselves, and then we reveal to them who we are, and then it transitions them into identifying what it is about themselves that needs to change. I love you, viewer. For some of you, this is going to be a challenge. Some of you are not going to be ready to be devoted. You're not going to trust the unknown. You don't know how to be by yourself. You don't know how to accompany yourself. You don't know how to have a good time by yourself. Some of you have an addiction to presence. You need people, attention. And I'm not saying that's wrong. It's just right now you're being asked to be devoted. And it's not people. Let me clarify. Is it people? What is this? And I don't want to generalize this. Let's just do this. For those who are supposed to be on assignment to be devoted to people at this time than themselves. Okay, I'll ask that question. What is the message for that? For those who are supposed to be devoted to people, so that they can be the lesson, their lesson, the people's lessons. You have the Knight of Swords. You have to be patient. You have to be patient. Okay. And you're going to be put in a predicament when you are devoted to people. Okay. You're not going to like that. How people are going to be identifying you as predictable with the Knight of Swords in reverse. So people's behaviors are going to be performed towards you based off how predictable you are. But the only reason why people think you're predictable is because you are showing them. And once you trust yourself, that you understand this lesson, for those of you who are devoted to people, then you'll shift into making the choice of what it is that you're going to keep within yourself from this lesson of being devoted to a person or people. You will no longer be predictable because you're no longer projecting them. You've made the choice and said, that's enough. Allow me to reintroduce myself. For those of you who are in isolation, you are being asked to get out of isolation, because there's lessons that you need to learn when it's connected to people. Okay? You don't have to be hip to connect with people. Stop making a choice to connect with people who are, I'll say this, that are of the world that you don't feel comfortable in. So connect yourself around like-minded people in the world that's familiar to you. But understand what's familiar to you, then you will be projecting yourself. So then what's going to resurface is the things that you are supposed to make a decision. Overall, what's significant about this reading, allegedly, is trust. Now, the fact that this is an allegedly, someone could be lying and saying that they trust. And that's why they're only given 80-20. But I told you it has nothing to do with anything else. It's about you. But tell me about what is the advice in pertaining to those who are being asked not to isolate themselves and trust that giving 80, everything else will be returned unto you. Not in the form of, 100%, it's 20%. That's what this says. For some of you, you're going to realize that you have greed. Some of you are going to realize that you're a taker. Some of you are going to realize that you've been selfish, or that you are a selfish person. And you don't, some of you are going to realize that you don't like sharing. It's always been that way. And the moment the person you decide to share with, oh my goodness, this hangman is something else. Trust is in the way. Your heart gets broken. The moment you share, you trust. Now you're indecisive. I like this person. I like where I am. I trust this. I trust the unknown. And if I fail, it's okay. It's okay. This is a choice as well. The hangman is all about choices out as well. So far we have air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in the hangman. All right. For some of you, you don't want to sacrifice. You don't want to change. Thank you for the light. I get it. No one's saying you have to. No one's saying you have to. But in order to prevail, change must occur. It doesn't have to be a major change. Some of you, you're just shifting. You're shifting from carelessness to caring. You're shifting from being deceitful to truth, to trustworthy. Yeah. And it's going to take work. The Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So it's time to stop giving yourself false hope. Stop lying to yourself. Stop telling yourself what you won't do. Because it feels like the things that you say you will do, you don't do. And the things that you say you won't do, you will do. Is that normal? Yes. A lot of us do that. Majority of us that do that, people on the outside looking in say we're not trustworthy because we do the opposite of what we say. It's not just that. It's just we are people who don't live by the time. We don't allow time to control us. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm talking about, give me an IM message. But now it's time to control time, viewer. You need to trust moving forward. For some of you, I'm being guided to tell you congratulations for just opening up. You're not isolating yourself like you used to do. You are putting in the work with the 80-20. Others of you, this is about, this is an obstacle for you. You're not ready. Okay. It's like you've already you've already accepted the outcome that you're just not interested in dealing with people. Some of you've already accepted the outcome that just now is not the time that you're going to be committed to working on your assignment. And that assignment for some of you is being the lesson for others. Others of you is you being the lesson for yourself. Your IM message is listen to life, viewer. It says, I am attentive to the world around me. Signs and symbols guide me to success. Hold on, I can't see. Was that a little bit better, viewer? It says, listen to life. Okay. And this is confirmation about growth. You know what I mean? This is not about allowing life to pass you by. This is acceptance and, you know, not allowing anyone to cast judgment on you, or being open to when people project on you, and knowing that it's not you, it's them, and understanding that you are the lesson. So as you grow, others grow too. But it's a choice, okay? Just because you grow doesn't mean that how you're a lesson for someone, it doesn't mean that they're going to learn the lesson. So listen to life. It says, I am attentive to the world around me. Signs and symbols guide me to success. I listen and discover the way to the eternal. And that's that 20 that we were talking about. All right, let me pull your angel guide message. Oh. Let me pull your angel guide message. I was just given the title of this reading and it went away. Hopefully it comes back. All right, what is the angel guide message for the viewer, please? Like, I had plans today and I didn't do them. Did I get mad? No. Why? I could do them tomorrow. Cut the cord. And before I read this, I'm being guided to tell you that for those of you who have attachment, you attach yourself to any and everything. And I'm going to say that any and everything. You're being guided, asked not to do that anymore. Just because I got to stop there. Just know that you are being asked not to attach yourself to people, places, or things. The reason why is because that's why it doesn't feel like favor is happening with the 80/20, is because you attach yourself. And so the universe doesn't know how to align you so that you could be successful with the lessons learned, or so that you can be open to receive as you flow through life. So let's go ahead and look at cut the cord. Cut the cord. For some of you, you may not know who the child, who was the biological. I just got this message. It's not for everyone. Whoever you are, if you don't know who, I'm gonna say this. If you're for sure that the person that you want at the hospital to cut the baby's cord, and you know that's not the father, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know your situation. Obviously, it got to be a lot of secrets, or that's the heavy secret. The last thing, who am I to say to tell you? Oh, what, Daddy? What, babe? I didn't call you. Uh-uh. You cut a baby's umbilical cord at the hospital? you said you thought I was talking to you. Did you went to the hospital and cut her umbilical cord? I said, because you said, huh? I thought you was talking to me. Okay. What I'm saying is everyone's story is different, but I understand. But I'm saying don't take if you have the heart space where it's not overwhelming, where you know that this could be justified, where the rightful parent can be present to cut the baby's umbilical cord, do that. Don't take that away, because there's so many mothers out here who wish that they can have that memory, and it's deeper than that. You get what I'm saying? It's like, do you have the doctor just cut the umbilical cord? The doctor's already delivering the baby, and you don't know nothing about this doctor, nothing at all. And I'm not down on no one, but this is the times that we're in. For those who don't have the disposable income to, you know what I mean, have the deliveries the way you want it, you know what I mean, and know the person delivering your child, and having all the right tools that you need to make sure that the delivery is successful. So I'm talking to the majority where you don't know the doctor just because they deliver babies, and yeah, everyone, just to be able to say this doctor delivered my baby, because that's what everyone's saying. It's bigger than that. Let me read this cut the cords. It says, if you find yourself hanging on in a situation you know is unhealthy or negative, angel wisdom is encouraging you to call upon the help you need to release yourself from it. Know that angels are guiding you to surrender to the need to direct and control at this time, so you can welcome in the spiritual support that is available to you. Stop doing that. When you ask your angels to support you in cutting the cords, they will help dissolve the connections that are hooking you into a negative situation. And that's what I was saying about attachments. You're being asked to no longer attach yourself to people, places, or things. And you can rewind this session to get details in pertaining to that reference and why I said, not that reference. You can rewind it to, that reference of when I said about you're being asked to not attach yourself, and you will find out the reason why. Give me a Seeker's Oracle pertaining to the 20%. A Seeker's Oracle pertaining to the 20%, please. My water's not cold anymore. I love cold water. And it be cold, and then I'll let it sweat out, and it's not even cold anymore. And then I love it when it has like the little icicles, or when it's the outer part inside the bottle, the lining. Oh, when you crunch it and the ice just crunches. Oh, that's the best. I am put my water in the freezer. All right. Seeker's Oracle, please. All right. Dolphin Delight. Dolphins represent good luck, or it's a good sign, a protective sign as well. So trusting this devotion to self, our people are both. All right. It's definitely going to bring luck. It's going to feel like too good to be true all the time. Or it's just you're going to have a lot of lucky days, lucky nights. For some of you, you will have dreams that's going to show you exactly what to do. And it's going to feel like not deja vu. It's going to feel like you went to sleep, you're woke, but you went to sleep. It's going to be weird because you're going to dream your days prior before they happen. So when you have the day, it's going to be like, dang, I dreamt this. And you're going to wake up and it's like, okay, am I dreaming or am I awake. All right, so Dolphin Delight, it says, this card commends you for your efforts at caring and nurturing others, whether it be humans, animals, or even ideas. All must be cared for and nurtured. Babe, tell your brother to stop doing that to the carpet. Why are you doing that? You scratching your nails? Don't do that. You're gonna put a hole in the carpet. Whether it be humans, animals, or even ideas, all must be cared for and nurtured, but most importantly, enjoyed. We're babysitting, you guys. So you guys will be, y'all probably looking at me like, why is she looking at the ground, talking to the ground? No, we're babysitting. Well, my honey is babysitting because he didn't tell me. It just so happened popped up. I'm getting distracted. I apologize. It says this card, which says Dolphin Delight. It says this card commends you for your efforts. Babe, is your brother's name Bear? What's yeah? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, Bear's over. Okay. Over here spending time. Okay. This card commends you for your efforts at caring and nurturing others, whether it be humans, animals, or even ideas. All must be cared for and nurtured, but most importantly, enjoyed. Continue relishing in the moment to moment, experiencing as you encourage the growth. Most High, you are so good. It says the growth of something wonderful that transcends generations. This is confirmation. This right here. So we're gonna name this. We're gonna title this session "Luck is on your side. All you have to do is be devoted." Devotion is needed. Devotion is needed. Work is needed in devotion. That's what we'll say. Because normally when you just tell someone exactly what it is in the title, it's like, oh, okay, that's all I need to do. Work is needed in devotion, and this is why. I love you, viewer. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle. Until we meet again. Okay. Okay.